Hello, Alison. How are you?
Hi, Duncan. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Everybody, we're sans Dan today. He's out and about doing something else. Goodness knows what. But let's
As he
crack on,
does.
Alison.
Well, I actually was hoping to say something quickly for the video today.
Go for it.
So obviously it's Q's movie madness week right now, and there's a few guys on Discord who are setting up a little musical madness right now. And I told them I'd plug it for them, and I think it's really fun. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Excellent. Check that out, folks. Then on Discord, you say, Alison.
If you go to our Q Discord, the Q Cards Discord, and then if you check the channels, it's not up quite yet, but very soon there's going to be a Cue the Music, very clever, where anyone can listen to the music, suggest songs, play along, and it's they're going to have events and games and stuff, which is really cute. So yeah,
This is very exciting.
The music when it's possible. I'm really excited
Brilliant.
about it. They are too, and I'm very happy for them. I hope it goes well.
Good plug, Alison. And as you rightly pointed out, it has been movie week thus far, and movie week continues. Fill us in.
It is. Well, so we are starting off with a few authors, and it's like, well, authors don't really write films, obviously, but these are authors who specifically their work has been turned into movies. So we've got Harper Lee, who's obviously the author of To Kill a Mockingbird. We've got P.L. Travers, who's the author of, oh my god,
Mary Poppins.
I could not remember her name then. Yeah, Mary Poppins. I was just thinking of the umbrella and that was it. And we've got Alexandre Dumas, who is the author of The Three Musketeers and
Count of Monte Cristo.
And that's the one that Paul likes a lot. And
I prefer The Three Musketeers, if I'm being honest. It's a better film.
I'm not going to embarrass myself by proving how not well read I am anymore. So I have absolutely no idea. And we also have, of course, Agatha Christie, who's obviously queen of the murder mystery. And she's the legendary of the set. So her special ability is called Sleuth the Truth. So while in your hand, she gives your arts and cultures cards extra 10 power, and your history cards have minus 20 power.
Excellent. And yeah, she so many films, literally hundreds of TV programs as well. She must be one of the most sort of the person with the most work sort of on screen, I'd have thought, in many ways.
Well, yeah, maybe. I'm just trying to think of who else there would be out there.
I vaguely recall, apart from people who've actually written for television as well, and I vaguely recall, wasn't she involved in her own mystery? Didn't she disappear for a few days or something?
She did disappear. I think she had a divorce and she disappeared, and then she was found in a spa, I think, like in a relaxing spa.
The best place to disappear to.
But I think she'd lost her memory. I read up about this recently, like completely unrelated to this, but I think she'd lost her memory or something.
Oh, wow.
Just appeared in a spa. That's where her heart wanted to go. That's where she ended up. Good for her.
Right. Good for her indeed. That sounds like best place to decamp. Brilliant. Moving on.
So we also have natural monuments coming back. I don't want to explain quite where the natural monuments are from, because we have some stuff on social about where it's from, so I don't want to give away the answers too easily. So there's 3 new cards coming out with that. We've got Devil's Tower, we've got Wadi Worm, and we've got Manawayapuna Falls.
Brilliant. You got it first time, Alison.
That was, if it wasn't right, that was close enough, wasn't it?
As you said that, I thought, you're not going to say it, and I turned around to read it, but I didn't need to. You had it.
I had to calm myself down before I embarrassed myself. Every time I've said it, it sounded right, but I know for a fact that it's been different. I'm not saying the same thing every time.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you. I'm impressed by myself. So the Wadi Rum card, that card's ability is that when it's played, so I'm going to have to read this one because it's quite long. When played on the first turn of the round, give plus 35 power per turn, this turn and next, that's 70 power. When returns to your deck, if you won the turn, reduce the energy cost of a random card left in your hand by 7 until the end of the round. So I love cards like that where it reduces the energy cost for another random card. I'd love the sort of like the exciting aspect of that one, and also it's got a little bit of like, it's not really good for tiny decks, obviously. It's good for bigger decks, so this is like a powerful card for more powerful decks. But yeah, that's
pretty useful.
Good ability, I reckon. Moving on, we have we have my favorite card of the week. I don't know why I've just really attached myself to this card, but I love the Laff Box.
And
They'll add some laughter in here.
Yeah, from this point forth, Dale, no matter what we say, just add laughter. So, Alison, tell us about the Laff Box.
So the Laff Box was designed by Charles Douglas, I think in the, well, let's say 1950s, I'm not sure. Basically, it was first called the Audience Response Duplicator. It's basically when you're watching Big Bang Theory, you're watching Friends, you're watching other shows like that, and it's got the laugh track on. You can thank him. You're welcome. But yeah, he used to have, it was like a physical box that he had, and he was really super protective over it. And I think he kept it in like this locked safe for ages and ages, and like no one knew what it looked like for so long, which is why it was so hard to find pictures of it, I think. But yeah, so he's who you could thank every time that you hear a laugh track on one of your favorite shows.
So even though those programs were recorded in front of a live studio audience, the box is still used to enhance the laugh, is it?
I think it was I know that the shows are recorded from a live studio audience nowadays. A lot of the time they have the laugh added as well, don't they? They have like an extra laugh.
Just for those bits when people forget to laugh or it's just not funny, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's also used in shows where you don't have a live studio. It's so useful, obviously.
It is. I quite fancy having one of those in real life just to follow me around.
Oh, someone should laugh at your jokes.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of my jokes fall flat, and it would be really nice. Just
never again.
Quite an ego boost.
I think that would be awful for your ego, so I'm 100% against that. But I do want to talk about the ability for that one. So that's infectious joy. So when drawn, it reduces the energy cost of the other cards in your hand. Oh, no, actually not the other cards, all of the cards in your hand by 1 until played. So
a useful card, that one. Not spectacular, but definitely useful.
It's not spectacular. It's, well, if you think it reduces each one by 1, so that's roughly a 349 PP, so like 115, 116. Okay, so we're now on to my favorite pack of the week, which is the curated theme packs. And this time we've got the Slice of Cinema pack with the 4 new cards coming out. So the new cards in this pack are Look de Aguirre, wanted to get that one out of the way. Yep. We've got Oscar Schindler of obviously Schindler's List fame. We've got the UH-60 Black Hawk, that's legendary. And we've also got the River Kwai of Bridge of fame. So that's a pretty exciting little selection. Got a few different new categories coming in there. Yep.
And Loc de Aguirre, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. What film is that from?
I think the original is Wrath of God. Right. And which I've never seen, and I think he might have been a character in Jungle Cruise. I think.
Yeah. Okay. The new Jungle Cruise.
Yes. Well, this one was Paul's suggestion, and I know for a fact that he has seen Jungle Cruise recently, so that's a solid guess, I think.
But you pretended to see him in the Wrath of God, but actually it was just
he mentioned the Wrath of God, and then it turns out he was also in Jungle Cruise. So I think he might be trying to make himself sound a bit more intelligent than perhaps he is. Please leave that bit out where I'm talking rudely about my boss, Dale.
Keep that, Dale. Right, okay.
Right. No, Paul's very smart. Very good boss. Thank you, Paul. So the ability for the legendary, so that's the UH-60 Black Hawk, is called Take to the Skies, and when that's returned to your deck, it gives your Fearsome Flyers cards, even if they're in your deck, plus 14 power for the rest of the game. So I know that there's a lot of paleo decks out there, but I know there's a lot of mono paleo decks out there. I just thought it might be quite fun to see if we can start mixing those up a little bit, trying to get some more buffs for some paleos that aren't paleo buffs. So hopefully that goes well.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. What else can we do?
We'll find out. I'm sure you're all feedback. In fact, do feedback on that. That'd be good to hear.
Yes, I would like to hear more about cross paleo decks, I think.
Angry paleo decks. Cross paleo decks.
All paleo decks are angry decks. It's full of dinosaurs, for God's sakes.
That's a good point. Oh yeah, wonderful angry. Yeah, there we go. I was just wondering whether all dinosaurs were in fact angry, but who knows?
Oh, definitely not. I've seen some. Well, birds are dinosaurs and birds are cute, so.
Okay. Right. Anything else you'd like to mention before we depart ways?
That's it for me. Sorry, I didn't know so much. If there were no cute animals, so can't pretend I was as interested. So. No, I actually think this is a really good week, but there aren't any cute animals to get excited about. So.
Right, but the Laff Box is definitely worth it. Anyway, thank you very much, Alison. Keep it cute.
Thank you, Duncan. Bye. Keep
Bye.
it cute.